Hey guys, it is Christian here, and with the release of Mulan, I'm going to rank all 16 Disney live-action remakes. If you're new here, please like and subscribe and tell me how would you rank all 16 of these movies. We're going to disagree, that's okay, but just don't bash opinions in the comment section. But more important than that, please do not send links to dating websites. You'll get blocked from my channel if you break this rule. Thank you. So, for the most part, I do like Disney live-action remakes. I'm not including Peach Dragon because it's reboot, and Sorcerer's Apprentice is based on one scene from a movie and not based on a full movie, which is why I probably won't include that one as well. But overall, I like Disney live-action remakes. Some of them are pretty bad, but most of them are pretty good in my opinion. And this list might be a little bit controversial, warning. But we all have our own opinions, so with all of that said, let's get started. Coming in at number 16 is 102 Dalmatians. This is easily the worst one in my opinion. No redeeming qualities with this one. The acting from Glenn Close, she's awful in here. Despite being good in the first one, she's awful here. It's just very campy, cheesy. Lone Gruffield is not that good. The Dalmatians are kind of cute, but that's not a redemption. The writing is absolutely atrocious. The humor is not funny, and it's really weird. No redeeming qualities to this movie whatsoever. That's why I think this is easily the worst out of all these. Remember the Disney direct-to-video animated sequels? This is the live-action equivalent of that. But for some reason, it was released in theaters. Coming out at number 15 is Alice Through the Looking Glass. Yeah, this one was not good. Why is it above 102 Dalmatians, though? There's redeeming qualities, and that this movie is an absolute beauty to look at, with beautiful colors and waterfalls and set design and costumes. But the story and the characters are worse than the first one. And it has atrocious writing with not funny humor. It's got very non-memorable characters. Sacha Baron Cohen plays this character. This movie is a complete insult to Lewis Carroll's source material. And I don't know, but I just never liked the first one. And this one is even worse in my opinion. So I hate this one. Not as bad as 102 Dalmatians, but still a bad movie that I do not like. Coming in at number 14 is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. This one was not a good one. Some positives, this movie is an absolute visually gorgeous movie to look at with great cinematography and great set design. But the characters are not that good here. Michelle Pfeiffer wasn't great as the villain. I liked it. Excuse me. Angelina Jolie was great here, just as always, but she was only in the movie for like 3 minutes. I never bought Elle Fanning as Aurora. Same thing in the first one. And overall, I just was not hooked by the story. Chiwetel Ejiofor was in this one. He was not memorable. The action felt a little bit anticlimactic. So yeah, overall, this movie was pretty bad. Like, it wasn't a great film. Very mediocre sequel. And definitely not a great one. Coming in at number 13 is Alice in Wonderland. This is easily one of the most lackluster and mediocre Disney live-action remakes. For the positives, some of the effects look kind of cool. It has great costumes and great production design, but this movie is just too dark. The original one was bright and colorful. This one's just dark and feels like a war zone or some sort. It feels like instead this one is epic instead of charming. I thought Mia Wasikowska was a very wooden Alice. I never really loved Johnny Depp in the role. Everyone in this cast feels wildly miscast. And I don't know, I just never liked the story. Well, it's basically a remake and a sequel at the same time. But nothing about it feels fun. And that's what I didn't like about it. Coming in at number 12 is Dumbo. Yep, this one was pretty disappointing. This movie has beautiful visual effects. It's an absolute beauty to look at with great production design and great costumes. Really good CGI on Dumbo. He's very expressive. But other than that, like, the story here was just messy. Very messy. The adult characters in here keep making really stupid decisions as we go along. I'm sorry, but I didn't really like V.A. Vanderveer as the villain and Michael Keaton, one of his weakest roles. So the kids here were really like annoying. One of the kids were really annoying here, and I just couldn't. It's the story and the characters that holds this back from being a great movie, because with all it's a technical masterpiece, but there's nothing behind that but a mediocre movie. Coming in at number 11 is The Jungle Book from 1994. This might be a little bit lower, but I just didn't really enjoy it that much. It's an average movie at best, but a mediocre one at worst. The reason why I didn't like it was because it was nothing like the original. If anything, this is more like a remake of Tarzan. The movie does have good production design and fun action, but this is more like Tarzan and not like The Jungle Book. Mowgli's grown up here, played by Jason Scott Lee. Like, what? But that's nothing like The Jungle Book. The reason why I didn't like this movie is because it's nothing like The Jungle Book. The villain here was kind of cool. I liked Carrie as his character. But other than that, this movie was just a mediocre movie. It was an average movie at best and a mediocre one at worst. Ranking in the top 10 is Maleficent. Yeah, this one was average. Like, it was fine. It's a visually gorgeous movie with great costumes and great sets. And cinematography is amazing. Angelina Jolie is fantastic as Maleficent. Sleeping Beauty, Aurora was a little bit wooden. It's kind of like Alice in the first Alice in Wonderland movie. The villain here was not that great. And I kind of didn't like the fact that they turned Maleficent into an anti-hero when she should be a really menacing villain. I don't know, this one's just an average enough remake to Sleeping Beauty. A movie that I wasn't too nostalgic towards, but Maleficent was one of the better parts of it. But here I kind of wish she was more villainous and less of a tragic hero. Coming in at number 9 is 101 Dalmatians. Yet, this one is same thing. It's average. Like, Glenn Close definitely steals the show. Jeff Daniels and Hugh Laurie also give really great performances, and the Dalmatians are adorable. The third act is a little bit like Home Alone with dogs, which is it's fun. It's fun, but I kind of wish it wasn't just slapstick. Because it was it was co-written by John Hughes, so I guess you have Home Alone with dogs. I think the first half was pretty good. It was just like a retelling of 101 Dalmatians, but the second half just felt like Home Alone with dogs. And it's funny, but it's nothing new and nothing original. And it's not really that amazing. It's not really too funny. It's just like Home Alone with dogs. But it's a pretty good movie nonetheless. Coming in at number 8 is Lady and the Tramp. Yep, Lady and the Tramp from Disney+. This one was enjoyable. Again, it is a shot-for-shot remake of the original, beat by beat, with very minor changes. But other than that, this movie is pretty good. I liked the voice acting from Tessa Thompson and Justin Theroux. I thought some of the other acting was pretty good. But I liked a lot of the retellings of the songs. There's nothing really worth remembering about this movie, but it's definitely a really enjoyable film to watch while we're at home right now. One of the better Disney Plus original movies, especially compared to Artemis Fowl. But this movie is a pretty good one. I really enjoyed it. Coming in at number 7 is Beauty and the Beast. Yep, I enjoyed this one. I liked it. I didn't really love the auto-tune that much. Like, the auto-tune was not that great. The songs were pretty good, though. The movie's visually gorgeous, just like a lot of the other Disney live-action remakes, with great production design and costumes. Cinematography is incredible. Oh, I really liked Gaston. Gaston was definitely the standout here. He was really good. Luke Evans gave a great performance. I thought some of the other acting was great. But it is just a shot-for-shot remake, and if I'm going to watch Beauty and the Beast, I'm probably just going to put on the cartoon. But this movie is pretty cool. It's just Beauty and the Beast live action, and it's a pretty good Beauty and the Beast in live action. It's the great counterpart of what it actually is. So overall, this movie's good. Coming in at number 6 is The Lion King. Oh boy, I'm going to get controversial here because this is way higher than a lot of you guys have it. Some of you guys call this the worst Disney remake. I can understand because the CGI is realistic, these animals can't emote. And that was kind of disappointing because I'd like to see these animals present emotion. So all the fun is kind of sucked out. And soured, kind of. But the movie's visually gorgeous. With the beautiful visuals, they were a little bit too realistic because the animals can't emote. But still good nonetheless. Some of the acting was great, especially Chiwetel Ejiofor, who I think was the standout here. Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner were really good as Timon and Pumbaa. Beyonce wasn't really too amazing. Same thing with Donald Glover. They were probably the weakest acting. But James Earl Jones is always amazing. So this movie was pretty good, personally. Bringing us into the top 5 is Mulan, the most divisive Disney live-action remake to date. Some of you guys either love this movie, some of you guys totally hate it. I'm kind of in the middle. I liked it. It was basic. It's not like a remake. It's just a movie with subtle nods to Mulan. Nothing shot for shot. There's no fun. There's no music. There's no Mushu. But did I enjoy it nonetheless? Yeah. It has great production design, great costumes, really great cinematography. The movie's visually gorgeous. Really fun action sequences that I adored. I liked Jason Scott Lee as Buri Khan. I thought the lead actress was great. I'm not going to try pronouncing her name because I'm going to butcher it. I thought my favorite performance in the movie was Mulan's father. He was really good. Jet Li was great. Gong Li as the witch was good. And so this movie was pretty good personally. I loved it. Liked it. Coming in at number 4 is Cinderella. This is like number 1 for a lot of you guys. It is our number 2, but number 4 I still think is a great spot because this movie is pretty great. I love this remake. Visually gorgeous, with great production design, beautiful cinematography, and amazing costumes. Great acting. I thought Lily James was a great Cinderella, but I thought the person who really stole the show here was Cate Blanchett as Lady Tremaine. And definitely giving the standout performance in this film. It is basically a live-action version of the original movie, but they did it new enough that I could really enjoy it. And I definitely had fun with it. A lot of you guys praise this movie, but I think for now, 4 is a great spot because for a great movie that I really enjoyed. Bringing us in the top 3 is Aladdin. Please knock on my doorstep. Yeah, this one was great in my opinion. I loved the Aladdin remake. The more I watched it, the more I enjoyed it. I thought Mina Masood was a great Aladdin. I like Naomi Scott as Jasmine. The movie's visually gorgeous with beautiful cinematography, great costumes, great production design, great effects. The only issues I had was that I didn't really love Jafar here. I thought Marwan Kenzari was a little bit miscast as Jafar. Some of the songs are fine, but the real show stealer in this movie is Will Smith as the genie. He was fantastic here, and a great stand-in for Robin Williams. So overall, I really enjoyed the Aladdin remake, certainly more than Cinderella, because I just like Aladdin more than Cinderella, and this movie did Aladdin justice personally. I love this movie. Coming in at number 2 is Christopher Robin. And personally, my most underrated Disney movie of all time. I loved this movie so much. Great visual effects on Pooh Bear and all the other characters. Ewan McGregor was a great adult Christopher Robin. Haley Atwell as the wife was pretty good. The kid was great. The villain was probably one of the weaker parts, but the villain was good as well. I thought this movie had a fantastic message about not letting go of your childhood and stuff. A pretty relatable message. And this movie is a little bit dark, and it could drag a little bit. But other than that, I think this movie is absolutely fantastic in pretty much every single way. I loved Christopher Robin because of what it was. And I think it did justice to Winnie the Pooh, so this movie was fantastic. But coming in at number 1 is The Jungle Book 2016. This one was fantastic. This is the only remake that I think is better than the original. It has beautiful visual effects. Like, the visual effects here are just gorgeous. Mowgli was the only realistic thing, and the kid playing Mowgli was great. Bill Murray was great. Scarlett Johansson was amazing. Idris Elba as Shere Khan was definitely the standout. Ben Kingsley was amazing. Christopher Walken was probably another standout. All the other acting from Lupita Nyong'o, Giancarlo Esposito, Gary Shandling, etc. All the acting here is just fantastic. Jon Favreau's direction. This movie is just a visual masterpiece, and definitely I am glad to call The Jungle Book 2016 the best Disney live-action remake of all time. So that is my ranking of all 16 Disney live-action remakes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and tell me what is your ranking of all 16 of these movies. Please do not cyberbully or send links to dating websites. You'll get blocked from my channel if you break this rule. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And I am glad, and I am really excited to see your rankings of all these films. That I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys hate. So, yeah. So yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. And I'll see you guys next time in my next video. Bye. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye.